In this quick video, I want to talk about why you should buy experiences and not things. The older that I get, the more I realize how stuff brings stress. And for those of you who followed my channel for a while, you know that minimalism and financial independence is one of the things that I talk about here regularly. And next year, I'll be turning 50. And I've noticed that as I'm aging, I don't really want to accumulate more things. I want to have more experiences. And so I'm going to talk just for a few minutes about what I mean when I say experiences. So for a long time, I've owned either a cheap pool, like these Intex pools that you see, you can get any big box store. And I've also bought one of those cheap hot tubs online that's just inflatable. And both last for a little while, but eventually you get a hole in one. Eventually the hose on the hot tub stops working, whatever it is. It's stuff that's cheaply made from outside of our country, and it just doesn't last very long. And so even though while you have it, it brings enjoyment, eventually it becomes a headache. Let me give you a couple other examples. Over the years, I've owned a boat. You know what they say about a boat? The two best days in a boat owner's life is the day he buys it and the day he sells it. Or another acronym for boat is break out another 1,000. Well, I had a boat, and granted it was old, but that was all that I could afford. And it had so many problems that when I got rid of it, it was an awesome day. I've owned a camper before. I owned a fairly nice camper, just a few years old. I had a loan on it. And a lot of times I left it parked out in my backyard. And it was kind of like a man cave. And one night, the wind and the rain hit it just right that in the morning when I came in, all this water had come pouring in and leaked over everything and created not major water damage, but some water damage. What's the point of that story? Well, the point of that story is that there are ways to have experiences without owning things. I'm sitting right outside my gym right now. I have a membership to a local fitness center here in my community. It is a multi-million-dollar pool. In fact, it has more than one pool, and it has a hot tub, and it has a sauna. I pay a monthly fee, but guess what? I don't do any maintenance. The only thing I do is if something's not working, I complain. But I'm not the only one. Other members in there that are much more influential than me keep the place on its toes and say, hey, you need to address this, you need to do that. That's really nice. I've never owned my own house up to this point. Will I someday? Maybe. But as of right now, I haven't. And I've rented. Guess what? Something happens, I don't fix it. Somebody else has to. So I really do think that there are ways that this is true, this saying, buy experiences, not things. I'll give you just one more example. I've never rented a camper, but it's possible you could do that. And it's not cheap, but you could do it for a weekend and you get the full experience and then you bring it back. What I have done is rented a boat. And I've rented a nice big pontoon boat for my family. And we've rented it for 4 hours. Again, it wasn't cheap. It cost a few $100s probably to rent it for 4 hours. But they literally drive up to the meetup. You get on and they leave and say, okay, come back to this same spot in 4 hours and we'll be here to pick it up and just put some gas in it. And, on that lake, there's just a gas station right at a marina. And so the point is that I'm not saying that you shouldn't own things. I'm not saying that people can't find enjoyment for owning things. What I'm saying is I definitely see the value of buying experiences, not things. So anyways, those are my thoughts today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Am I crazy? Am I right? Am I wrong? Love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching.